the chosen and the best.
And I've done the best I could. I always known just where we stood. Me here with the luckless, you there with the blessed. Ooh, we can hang around by the pool. Did your dad get back from his business trip? Is he there? Is he trying to give me the slip? You know I'm not the little girl that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, like man, I'm 23. Stacy's dad is actually pretty rad. He's all I want, I'm obsessed just a tad. Stacy, can't you see? Your dad's just the guy for me. I know it might be bad, but I'm in love with Stacy's dad. Okay, people are in. Alright, I see the Hearts of Iron 4 Senate is here. Play wisely or doom us all. Indubitably. So this is just going to be a short stream because I've got other things that I want to do today, but I wasn't sure when I'd be able to stream later on, so I wanted to get a little bit in. So we're just going to go right into the 5-speed, and I think what we were next doing is we were going to start reuniting families, maybe? Integrate the armies. Oh yeah, reunite the families. 2 nations acting as one. And what's this? Against the capitalists. So it looks like we have something here where we can declare war on Yakutia. So I guess then that's where we should actually move our armies instead of keeping them over on the border with the Siberian Black Army. Although they do make me nervous. They certainly do. Let's take a look at our logistics here. Equipment-wise, I think we can actually start to create some new divisions. Or should I perhaps... No, I don't have the ability to do it to change some stuff. HMMR stands for Her Majesty's Most Loyal Resistance, I see. About an hour. Yeah, maybe about an hour. Certainly not more than an hour. Absolutely not more than an hour, because I do have other things I need to do. Anyway, it looks like I can't really change my logistics right now, so I think I'll just see how many of these I can make. Oh wow, actually a fair amount. There we go. Did that work? Oh goodness, what's happening? Yeah. Hey, our interest rate's is 0. That way we won't be smothering Buryatia business. Oh, what's this? I heard a noise. Kaya has been elected Prime Minister of Japan. Oh, you can unify with the Black Army via event? Oh, because they're libertarian socialists. Oh, I guess I was just nervous about them because they, you know, they raided me before. Wait a second. Prerequisites. Amor cannot exist. Magadan cannot exist. Transbaikal Principality cannot exist. Where even is that? Transbaikal. I don't even know who that is. It's a green flag on top. Is that? Does they mean cheetah? I think it means this. Okay, so then we actually can't go to war with Yakuta right away. Whatever, it's all fine. So what we want to do here is we want to get these deployed as quickly as possible, and then I'm just going to train them manually. Let's see here. What is your favorite science fiction franchise? Battlestar Galactica. Star Wars, the kind of ironic thing about Star Wars is that the movies are the worst part of the franchise. Because it, you know, produces good video games, they produce good books, good comics. Yeah, so like the worst part of Star Wars is the TV series are good. Yeah, there's Star Wars as a franchise is really interesting as like an artistic vehicle for other people to use. But it's just not that great, the movies, so definitely not Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars has good cartoons. But yeah, Battlestar Galactica, I would say. I've been listening to a lot of the soundtrack from the remade series like the last week or so. It's just so incredible. Bear McCready's work on that series was just impeccable. Oh, helicopters! I didn't notice this before. I don't think we're gonna really get into helicopters. Maybe that's when I'm playing Germany or something. So what do we want to do? Offensive. I'm seeing some stuff here for supply consumption reduction. That could be extremely useful. Oh, we have that over here too. Actually, no, that's out of supply, minus 10%. You know what? As much as I would like to do the tank thing, we realistically do not have the industry for that kind of nonsense. So we're going to prepare the redoubt systems instead. Okay. So we need to... Let's get that Leninist army up and running. Alright. Look who's in charge of Tomsk. What's this? Gods of the North. Oh my god! Divine Mandate of Siberia. Reports have slowly begun filtering down from movement in the distant communes of Siberia. What it is really, we cannot say, but the fact that any form of news is leaving that region alone has set many to wondering what exactly could be happening. Surely if the communes are making any kind of stir for the first time in 20 years, it must be in some form important. Reports speak of stirrings from the religious. Those few traders who make their way that far north over the eastern Siberian trade routes have spoken of entire communes chanting in prayer, of churches being filled to the brim, and of some figure pushing them onward. Nobody knows exactly what has spurred this action, but the people of Siberia keep praying for one man. They call him the Father. Nothing but nonsense. This guy, he is doing something. Oh, so this is where I could do the changeover? Okay, so let's make a save file here. Okay, amidst the endless warfare of that's right, bad Russian accent's back, baby. Look at his flag. Oh wow, ain't that something. Amidst the endless warfare of the Russian Far East, few men have bothered to pay attention to the frigid lands to the north. Beyond a few abandoned mining towns, isolated CHG villages and wandering nomads, the area was assumed to be more or less abandoned. A few madmen were said to occasionally find their way up there, attempting to establish their own empire in the cold. But the land bitterly refused to be tamed. This state of anarchy has now ended. It began with the hymns. Travelers brought tales of entire villages united in prayer, singing songs of hope and peace in the name of the Lord. This hardly seemed unusual. Russia has been a godly land even through the days of the Union. But when many travelers all began speaking the same tales coming from so many different villages, the leaders began to suspect that something was amiss. Now, we know why. An emissary has arrived in our midst from the now united North. He came only to deliver a message of judgment delivered from his master, the so-called Father Men. This father has proclaimed the entirety of the North to belong to a single union in the name of God, declaring that we have committed grievous sin and besmirched the lands of Holy Russia. He has vowed to lead his flock of faithful against us and deliver unto us two things, divine wrath and divine salvation. We had hoped that this was some trick, but already our scouts are reporting movement in the northern borders. The North is indeed coming, and our hymns grow louder and louder by the day. We must ready our forces to meet this army of zealots head on. It would seem, however, that there are some amongst us who would rather leave this place and pledge their life in the name of this mad crusade. I kind of feel pretty good about my accent there. We're just going to prepare for the new threat. I've made a save file, though, if ever in the future I want to just switch over to him and see what kind of fun stuff's going on there. Oh, okay, Holy Duty. So now they actually have a recruitable population. Bring the sword. You might say that Alexander was chosen by heaven. Say his name when you pray to the sky. See Alexander rise. Babylon 5, Stargate, and Star Trek are your favorite franchises. I'm actually not familiar with any of those too much, actually. I've just never taken the time. Literally, the only Star Trek I've ever consumed was the first J.J. Abrams film. I saw that back in high school. I don't know anything about Babylon 5. Now, Stargate, I did see the movie, or I guess one of the movies. It was pretty good. Okay, send Mikhail home to Australia. The reluctant Tsar. Sure. We don't need him around anyway. Wholesome Big Chungus Keanu Sabin. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. Wholesome 100 Keanu Chungus moment. Oh, you kids and your slang. It's good stuff. Salvaging the equipment. Okay, so now we're going to integrate the armies. It's going to give us about 5,000 more men. Speaking of which, these should be ready to deploy. Fantastic. Wait, let's... I gotta say, the UI, it definitely does have a certain aesthetic, and I'm not saying I hate it, but it is an adjustment. That's all I'm saying. They're up here singing their hymns, going, fly away, old glory. Up, 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 fly away. Okay, this has got about 6,600. Okay, we can do one more division. We're going to have the manpower for it in a moment. Yeah, it does kind of hurt my eyes, the UI. And I understand it. It's an aesthetic choice, but it's an obstacle. So, Mikhail II is basically an anime protagonist. Well, you know what that means? We got to get that anime mod, sub-mod for the New Order. That's a high priority, people. Let's get on it. No, trade influence is far too low. Yeah, I'm sure I will get used to it. Oh, there go the Jews. So it looks like the Militar State Madagascar has won. Now, somebody was saying in the last stream that this is like backed by the CIA. It appears to be German. Or did they mean like the German CIA? Oh, check the leader of Tomsk. Okay, what's this? We have Andrei Sakharov. Well, I'm going to have to look up who that is now. Andrei Sakharov. He's a nuclear physicist. Okay, I'm looking at Britannica. Outspoken advocate of human rights, civil liberties, and reform. Awarded Nobel Prize in 1975. Okay. Uzbekistan is lost. When is the German Civil War supposed to start? In like August or October, excuse me, right? That isn't it October 63 he dies? Some anime. I need to get watching anime again. I was watching a fair amount of it over the summer. I was trying to go through all of Studio Trigger's works, which is great. I love Studio Trigger. But then the NJPW G1 Climax started, and that ate up all my free time, basically. Wait a minute, what? Integrate their arms. Okay. So I had started watching ReZero because I heard a lot of good things about it over the last couple of years. And I heard the second season had just finished. But I've basically been told that I should at least watch through the season 1 finale, just for like artistic purposes. Okay, the socialist spirit. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. Okay, so that's ready. Send them out. Nope, not quite yet. And then after I'm done with ReZero, I'm probably going to watch the second season of Love is War. Or I'm going to watch SSS Gridman. Which, because like the only Studio Trigger things I still haven't watched is SSS Gridman and their movie Promare. But I've definitely been a fan of all of them. Production efficiency grew. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Looks like I'm gonna do something else here, or maybe not. No, because okay, we're 8 days away from the Socialist Army reforms. Then we can do the second one. I see what you guys mean now, or meant now about. Yeah, I was definitely gonna have time before the Reformed Congress. Oh, indeed. Racial integration. I wonder where this is an issue. Huh. ReZero is a deconstruction of Isekai? See, I thought that... I've only seen, like, the first 3 episodes, I think. I thought that ReZero was, like... just straight up Isekai. And I should note, I don't like Isekais. I've hardly ever seen an Isekai anime that I liked. I love Konosuba. It's probably my favorite comedy anime ever. But that's parody. It's not like treating itself seriously as an Isekai. Okay. Bitter, unsatisfying peace. 2 issues plague us. We have to make our moves carefully, lest the torch of our revolution be extinguished. Yeah, ReZero gets dark. That's what I've heard. I've heard that, well, like, already in the first couple of episodes, there's been a lot of death. But I guess you can kind of get away with that when your character just resets. Good question, Jaden Williams. So an Isekai is, I think it literally it translates to another world. It's basically a genre where the protagonist finds himself in a fantasy land or something. So kind of the cliche is that a guy is walking down the street and he sees somebody about to get killed, like run over by a truck, so he pushes them out of the way and he gets killed, and then he will be reincarnated in a fantasy realm as like karma for his good deed. Now, Isekai wasn't invented by anime. It exists outside of it. For example, probably the most famous Isekai is the Chronicles of Narnia. It's a bunch of children who end up in a fantasy world. Yeah. Let's see here. So, the raids. I don't know about the raids. It just doesn't feel in character to do the raiding. Okay. Now there are tons of different isekais out there these days in terms of animes. It's extremely. Oh shoot! I didn't integrate. Okay. Well, I need to do the socialist army reforms first. Though. Well, I don't need to, but I want to because I don't really need the core right now. Have I heard about the alternate history Cold War games, World in Conflict, and Freedom Fighters? No, I don't. No, in Narnia they don't die, but like you don't have to die to go to the fantasy world for it to be an isekai. I'm just giving you an example. Like it just means you're going on adventures in another world. I'm trying to think of like another example of the isekai. So like being in a fantasy world itself doesn't make it isekai. So like the Lord of the Rings is not isekai because everybody who starts in that world stays in that world. So I'm trying to think of like something like that. It's I'm trying to think of like, you know, some non-anime examples besides freaking Chronicles of Narnia. Mark Twain wrote one, a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court. That's an example of an isekai. I would argue that John Carter of Mars, which was those are the old sci-fi novels. They're like over 100 years old now, but by Edgar Rice Burroughs. It's where a guy, he's a Civil War veteran and he ends up in adventures on Mars. Mars exists in our world, but I would argue that that is like an isekai because he is transported to literally another world, really. So yeah, that I hope you get Alice in Wonderland, terrific example. Yeah. But yeah, it's just become so saturated, and a lot of the isekai animes these days are just they're kind of meta and self-referential, but that doesn't mean they're good. They're like, oh, if we make fun of ourselves, it means that we're good. Actually, no, not really at all. Okay, the sins of our roots, the accordance with the Lord of the Lord. Okay, it just looks like stability's coming down because of this divine people up north. Iberia announces the creation of the Iberian Council, so that's going on out here. I'm gonna just set myself an alarm real quick, so I don't play this too long, just for like 30 minutes. Okay, give me a second. But yeah, like for example, an example of an isekai, because everybody needs a gimmick, right? An example of an isekai that I just couldn't get into was the one. Was the so-called MILF isekai. It had a super long name. Do You Love Your Mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks. So the concept of that one is you've got this teenage kid who gets thrown into a fantasy video game. I guess like World of Warcraft or something, and he is trying to do good, but his mom got really good stats out of the gate. I'm not sure why, probably because she's older or something. And she got these 2, like, super strong swords at the beginning of the game. So she just is one-shotting everything. So he doesn't get to be a hero because his mom is just, destroying everything. But I just didn't really... I really didn't like it because the main character was a real asshole to his mom. And I know that that's probably character development. They'll probably get closer over the course of the series, but it just really wasn't doing it to me. It was clearly a gimmick. She clearly was bait. She had a lot of cleavage. She was bait for guys to like just watch. Like, hey man, do you want to watch an anime and jerk off at the same time, or something like that? So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. She has a trans rights ribbon. The mom. I'm looking up her name. Mamako. Yeah, her name literally has mama in it. Mamako Osuki. But she has a trans rights ribbon. Let me look. I'm pulling up a picture of her. Actually, let me try to find a large one. Yeah, right. Isn't that why? That's why God created hentai. If you wanted to jerk off to cartoon girls, you don't watch an anime for that. Okay, the Far Eastern War thing is done, so do we have a new focus tree now? Or okay, here we go. So we've got the Man of God, this is we go to war with Siberia, and we have here Tragedy and Farce in Exile. So it looks like we have a lot of stuff. Oh, there's a Nazi out here? Oh, it's blue, pink, and white. So speaking of trans, there's a character in One Piece who okay, spoilers for like the next let's say 2 minutes. But there's a character in One Piece who I think is trans. I'm actually a little bit confused about it because whoever this person is looks like a woman. And some people call her she, but they use male honorifics when referring to her. I don't know. I don't understand. I just call her or it by its name, Kiku. But anyway, so in this last chapter, he or she lost an arm and is probably about to drop dead. Got cut up real bad. And so everybody's just going, no! My perfect, beautiful trans waifu! And there was another character, though, in the same chapter who got shot up full of arrows and is just face down in a pool of their own blood, probably also about to die. And it's just, hey, are we going to talk about the other person who also is probably dead? No! My trans waifu's all that matters! It's just really funny. Anyway, So Amur is the Nazis, huh? Konstantin Rodzajevich. So I'm guessing this person's not actually German. They're just like, they believe in Nazism. Fascism. So, okay, it looks like from what I'm skimming here, so this is a Russian who just believes in Nazis. He's a fascist. I shouldn't use the it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know the pronoun rules. I really don't. I just try to, because it's like a fictional character. It's not as if I can walk up to him or her and ask. Anyway. The Harbin 3, we're discussing situation. Okay, so we've got 3 enemies here. Mikhail II of Chita, self-proclaimed Tsar. Mikhail Matkovsky of Magadan, who wants to make fascism. Konstantin Rodoveyesk of Amur, a bandit. Okay, so we're going for these 3. So wait, which was the? It's Magadan. So this is also a fascist. Oh, interesting. So this is National Socialism, and then this is fascism. So those are different things. Wait, what's the they is the best pronoun for when you don't know. Okay, there you go. Wizard of Oz is Isekai. Yep, that's correct. You're absolutely right, Guzman. Okay, so then I need to think about here. I know I'm paused. Okay, we can do Cheetah. We go after... What's going on here? Ah, I'm freezing up. Okay, we go after Cheetah, Magadan, or Amur. Well, Magadan's on our border, obviously, so I guess we're doing Cheetah first. Hopefully this will be kind of easy. Let's actually get these people training as well. Come over here. Okay, great. But yeah, it's just it just is funny because obviously people are more, well, you know what, I shouldn't say that, but people are more upset about the trans person because the chapter ended on that possible death. So of course that's the last thing you see. It's the thing you're going to remember more, even though the other thing only happened like 5 pages earlier. It's kind of like in the TV show Lost. I'm not going to give spoilers, but towards the end of Lost, there's an episode where 3 characters die. And when people talk about that episode, they pretty much always are talking about the 2 who died at the end of the episode. Because the 3rd one died in the middle of it. But the thing is, that wasn't the big... It's not that 3rd character wasn't important. It's that the big, huge... Like, it ended... Oh, there we go. Hitler just died. So you know, it ends on this big moment of the other 2 dying. So that's the lasting image people remember going into the credits, so they remember it more. Okay. So, here we go. Tragedy. This is obviously big news, so I'll read this one out. Tragedy has consumed Germany as the news spread first throughout the Reich and then the world. Adolf Hitler, Führer of Germany and victor of the Second World War, has died. Whilst the Führer's declining health had been speculated about for some time, excuse me, something caught my throat. Hold on a sec. Whilst the Führer's declining health had been speculated about for some time, the news has nevertheless left Germany in a state of complete shock. The Reichstag has announced that 3 months of mourning shall be held, and that the Führer shall be buried beside his late wife, Eva Hitler. Oh, but everybody's excited. Dancing crabs, with dignitaries from around the world invited to the funeral. While Germany mourns, internationally, many are celebrating the death of the man held responsible for 3 decades of suffering throughout the world. Yet many international commenters fear what may now become of Germany, the Third Reich having already been embattled in a bitter power struggle over the rightful successor to the Führership. Yeah, the jerk in Berlin's dead! A day to remember. October 17th, huh? Yeah, 3 months of mourning is a freaking long time. Jeez, this isn't the Middle Ages where it's like, we're going to do 3 months of mourning because that's how long it's going to take everybody from all over the continent to travel to the funeral. Yeah. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Okay, we are going against all tyranny. Comrades! Our revolution has triumphed over its first adversary, the despot Yagoda. But our mission is not yet done. Still, Russia lies broken and divided. Her corpse picked over by the Tsarists, the revolutionists, and the fascists. It is the manifest duty of our revolution to liberate the oppressed peoples of Russia, to build a new nation faithful to the immortal science of Marx and Lenin. We will not rest until Russia is united by the socialist revolution. From the Baltic to the Pacific. Cacophonous approval in crowd and whatnot. For those who are downtrodden, we bring hope. So we're going, yeah, so we are going to go to the Baltic then, huh? For those who are downtrodden, we bring hope. For those who believe in a brighter future, we bring deliverance. For the enemies of the people, we bring nothing but defeat. We stand against all tyranny. Comrades, we march to the east to bring liberation, to cast down the tyrants. Long live Marx, Lenin, and the socialist revolution! No kings, no tyrants. Oh yeah, can we get some bastes in the chat? The fascists of Russia die in a farce. Oh, okay, so Cheetah just kind of united that for us. You see, yeah, I guess I really did screw up with doing the... Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta reassign these by you know, pausing the national focuses earlier, because now I could have usually attacked Cheetah while it was in the middle of a war. So yeah, I definitely have screwed up. So I guess we can't strike at the Nazis anymore because they're gone. Oh, are these two at war with one another? Or no, it's a non-aggression pact. Okay. Okay. Stop exercising. Yeah. Give me a second. Well, is the war going to be immediate? Oh my gosh, what's happening? Am I freezing up? Oh gosh, don't crash. Oh no, it's going to crash. Okay. Okay, that's why. German Civil War. Oh my god. Oh, war is here. Actually, it just looks like it's in 3. But oh no, there's 4. 5? It's bad. It's bad. So yeah, I see what you guys are saying. All the events have just happened. In the wake of Adolf Hitler's death, the Reich has erupted into chaos. Turn off my music? Why? Is it too loud? Oh, there's a super event coming. Okay. In the wake of Adolf Hitler's death, the Reich has erupted into chaos. Despite the Führer's appointment of a legal successor, powerful factions within the Reich have taken up arms against one another, with the interest of leading the nation in their vision. The nation is torn, with entire garrisons ignoring orders from Germania, and flocking to the successor of their choice. So there's the Grobertsmannsreich. Anyway. Although the gravity of the situation is not yet known, it is estimated that the Reich is either facing or already experiencing total collapse of central authority. Though not much is known about the fate of the Reich's eastern administrations, the sudden cessation of contact between Germania and her possessions has created speculation on if those regions too will find their fate. What is known for sure, however, is that the collapse of Europe's Titan has thrown the continent asunder. The end of the Reich, surely. Oh, yeah, new music. So, so one of these doesn't do anything. So, like, Heidenreich doesn't go to war with anybody? No, he is at war. But wait, so who's the one that doesn't do anything? Okay, so it is thus necessary that the individual... The individual should finally come to realize that his own ego is no importance in comparison with the existence of the nation. So it begins. I thought there was going to be more. Dylan, I'm sorry. Have you been triggered by me playing a communist nation that was chosen by random number generation in the first stream? I guess I'm just going to have to live with that, Dylan98. The Divine Mandate has declared war on the Pacific Fleet. What the heck's the Pacific Fleet? Where's that at? Kamchatka? Kamchatka is the Pacific Fleet. Okay, Chaos in Ostland. Oh my gosh. Whoa, how we've torn our dress. What a mess. Okay. So it's just turned into hell. Reich Frontier can no longer war. Moscow broke away? Latest maneuver. Cry harder, reactionary. No, I don't know. Okay, the German sovereign zone. There's the Moscow autonomy. Hans Speidel assumes control of Germania. Brittany has declared war on the French state. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Shadow looms over France. Okay, so France is about to die. So Hitler... Was Hitler the only thing keeping France safe? There's a whole... HMMLR is England declares war on the Kingdom of England. So this is the resistance movement, right? Somebody was saying earlier. This is the okay, expansion into Africa. Oh my gosh, so much is happening though. Is it better? Is this mod better than Kaiserreich? Well, the UI sure isn't, but I have no way of really saying that. I'm still on my first ever nation. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool, Guzman. With it's got MacGyver in it. Okay. So Claude's click. Patience is a virtue. Huh. He surrendered, joined the Royal Party as an MP, supported the new government. Oh, so this is freaking Killmonger here. Come death or glory, his shall be a tale remembered forever. That sounds pretty cool. Oh, they don't have a focus tree? Boo. Okay. The Warsaw Uprising. Oh, shoot. The Siberian Black Army just got eaten, so I guess we're not going to get that peaceful unification you guys were talking about. The Nazi army is crumbling, or empire, excuse me, is crumbling some more. Yeah, wow, what a mess. This is like Middle Africa exploding, except it's Europe. I'm talking about Kaiserreich. What is it, HOI4 Senate? What's up? Oh, they get one if they win. Got it. English Civil War. I don't need meow 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 meow. Remember meow Mary's the meow. What's this today on Attention Films? Puritan witchfinder exercising the ghost Nazi officer out of a Confederate soldier. Hidden heroes. Great minds of a generation working from the dark. Soft boy. Is this supposed to be, I forget his name. I don't know. Yeah, Attention Films. I think that's how it's pronounced. He needs more attention. It really annoys me that what's that one guy? I think his name's History Buffs. He does history film reviews, but I don't know how else to say this. He's just a bit of a dumbass to me a lot of the time. He's snarky. He's kind of a jerk. Yeah, and so that guy, History Buffs, he's got 1.2 million people. And then Atai Shun Films, who actually has, you know, film and history background. Let's check what he's at. I think he was at like, I don't know. Hold on a sec. A ton. You know, it doesn't help that his, you know, you know, his channel's name. He's only got 139,000 subscribers, which if History Buffs lost that many, he'd still have over 1 million. Just so annoying. Developer who passed away or witches. Check the UPO. What's the UPO mean? Oh, UPO in Eastern Latvia. Is this like the Jewish thing, or where is it? Which is the, okay, United Partisan Organization. Oh yeah. So this is one of the other potential Israel states, right? Okay. Germany's consumed by chaos as the Afrika Shield. So this is like a faction, yeah. Serbs, rise up! Serbs gotta rise up. When they're living on their knees, they rise up. Okay. So, we are now officially at war. Oh my gosh, I forgot to stop training! It's fine. I'll be fine. It's fine. Karl Donitz... Gosh, how freaking old would he be? It's 1963. Oh, man. Okay, so they've taken Crimea. Wow. Okay, so then here's the fun question. Is there any one of these Germanys that has the potential to reunify all of this? You know, to kind of be like the Emperor Aurelian of the German Reich, the restorer of the world. Because it seems like that would be rather difficult. You'd have to win the Civil War. You know, some of these other things are, I don't know. Oh, all of them. So every single one of them can get a claim to on everything. Like we're talking Moscow, Crimea, Poland, all of it, England. That's good. That's good. There's definitely some interesting stuff here. That's what's so fun about Paradox games and the mods that come with them. A lot of the times you got to put in like you know 5 different nations and dozens of hours before you find out if it sucks or not. Oh, is this painted black? Painted. No one starts at war. Rather, no one in the sense ought to do without being wrong. Without first being clear in his mind what he intends to achieve by that war and how he intends to do it. So what does this mean? What does this mean? The domino shall stop. Like, okay, hold on. Can somebody explain, like, when these sorts of events pop up, is it just to give a quote? The Vietnam War... Is there a Vietnam thing going on? Is this related to Germany? Oh, South Africa War. So, who's the locals? And De Gaulle. Yeah, I saw that De Gaulle's out here. Old bastard. When big ass events happen. Okay, so this is the South Africa War. So, what did the Boers just break away, or what? South Africa is the Vietnam War of their world. Well, they really should have something pop up with like text though to kind of be a little more specific. Yeah, De Gaulle too angry to die. Even when he was president of France, he was too angry to die. And I'm talking about in our timeline. He was one angry dude. Burgundy right now is at war with France. They just did a truce, it looks like. Okay, we captured an airbase. Nice. Very cool. Very feng shui. Good old Vietnam. Speaking of which, oh, we're done. We already won. Nice. That is how we do it. So I guess Magadan is next. Okay. A world event doesn't cover it, but I clicked it off too fast. Oh, man. Dang it. Hey, Nick, what's up? State of Israel just became independent? Are you talking about this Palestine thing? I think they've been independent. Yeah. You purge the French people. You do... Oh, there's culture events? Neat. That's cool for the Crusader Kings 2 fan in me. Okay, I'm getting a phone call of some kind. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to mute it while I answer this real quick. I'm back. It was just a scam. Nothing important. Can everybody hear me again? I think they can. All right. So we're going to go for in the schemes, right? Okay. Against the deceiver. Oh, we get an attack bonus too. Built a farce of a Russian nation. Is my refrigerator running? Yeah. Now, let's see. Against the capitalists. I can't do that until I've defeated Magadha. So... Wait, what just happened? I just lost some political power. Okay, so somebody explain to me, now you guys said this was the Vietnam War, so who are the locals? Because I sure don't see any black people here. Because like when I think of the Vietnam War, I think of it's a colonial power attempting to continue to subdue the locals. So who are the locals? Are we considering the Boer Republic to be that? Okay. Alright. So it's like these are the Dutch descendants. And they've got black soldiers, presumably. Yeah, American intervention. Just these. Africans are just vibing. Okay, so Africa Shield is intervening in South Africa. Rapid escalation. Thinly stretched. Supported this. With the OFN having suppressed support, where the fuck are the Yankees? Nice. So they're coming in on the side of the Republic. Oh, there's been a coup in Norway too. Oh my gosh, just everything kicks off when Hitler dies, doesn't it? It's like, well, it's not quite like Black Monday. It's like the American Civil War in Kaiserreich. It's just that happens and it just, boom. Oh, the ANC will do an uprising if South Africa goes apartheid. Okay. So they're going to rise up against the Union here. They're going to rise up when they're living on the knee. We're going to do some Hamilton karaoke, guys. Sorry. You're going to have to learn to do it. I actually don't know that song super well. But I'll do it in a second. Okay, Milorg coup in Norway. Was Norway part of the Reich? Did I miss that? Agriculture, devolution, democracy in Europe. They won't stand a chance. Okay, so free Norway. We gotta try that. Jaden. Oh, sorry, Jaden. You're about to be upset soon. Yeah, you know what? There's so many revolutions. We're doing it. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. I don't know this one as well as some of the other Hamilton songs, though. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'll get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I got a hologist to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech impeachable. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I learn to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan the spark into a flame, but damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they attack us relentlessly. The King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't ever gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. And to me, don't be shocked. Oh yeah, parentheses. Don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually you'll see my ascendancy. And I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. A dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Oh, anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky. Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice and I got your knuckleheads in local parenthesis. I'm joining the revolution cause I know it's my chance to socially advance instead of sewing some pants. I'm gonna take a shot, but we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the 1st Black Battalion. Have another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. Keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you. Oh, jeez. Catch my breath. You're gonna get shot. Brr, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, rock hard like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle calling the pot. What are the odds the gods will put us all in one spot? People plotting in a squad of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary manumission abolish. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make you proud. I am not
guy in front of a crowd.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
Everybody sing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come on in the chat.
Hey.
Whoa, whoa,
Listen, let 'em hear you.
yeah.
Let's go.
Whoa, whoa,
I said shout it to the rooftop.
whoa,
Sit to the rooftop.
whoa.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, stupid alarm. Rise up. When you're living on your knees, you gotta rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up! I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast. We laugh and reach real fast. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement. We're all the hungriest brothers with something to prove. When foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting I've been reading and writing, we need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting. I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We gonna rise up, rise up. It's time to take a shot. It's time to take a shot. It's time to take a shot. Take a wait, shot. Hey yo, it's time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I'm not throwing away my shot. Woo! Okay. All right. A lot of that was really fitting, you know, with all the rising up, and you know, and obviously it was an American thing, but good stuff. And I don't even know that I kind of stumbled a little bit here and there, but I don't know that one as well as some of the other Hamilton tunes. So check Comey. Okay, what's going on in Comey? Where's Comey again? It's over here, isn't it? Shoot, where's Comey? I know, I'm trying to check it. Someone tell me where it is. I don't remember. There's so many freaking warlords. Did it get renamed? Is it something else now? Above Vyatka. Oh, here we go. Ust-Sielski. Lev Gumilyov. Isn't that guy an anarchist, like in real life? I'm gonna look him up. Gumilyov. Okay. He's a historian. Let me look this guy up. I'm on pantheon.world. Reading about him. It says here he's a philosopher. Wait, I'm trying to... Okay, here we go. Soviet historian, ethnologist, anthropologist, and translator from Persian. Everybody's super excited. Tell me about this guy. Exponent of Eurasianism, which is the political movement in Russia that posits that Russian civilization does not belong in the European or Asian categories, but instead to the geopolitical concept of Eurasia. Mongol Eurasia. Can he take all of Eurasia? Is that what you're telling me right now? Like, he could take all of this. Like, can he take it all and core it? You know what? Even screw the coring. Can he core at least some of this? He can form Eurasia. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool. And he's a historian. I'm going to write this guy down. Hold on a sec. Not yet. The context not implemented. Okay, well, I'm keeping an eye on this guy because I am a big fan of obscene blobbing. Like, it should, like, you know, whenever somebody who's going to start really small and you know, realistically has no chance of doing it, like, I want... Nations that start small and can blob completely out of control and core a ton, it should only be possible for them to do that as a player. Like, it's way too difficult for the AI. When that's the case, I'm okay with it. Just like Mongolia and Kaiserreich, like the Yale Rectorate in Equestriate War, you can create the you know, bring back the second emperor of the Griffonian Empire, which I've done. That I'm a big fan of those kinds of things when it's used sparingly. Okay, so Komi, Lev, Gumilyov, Eurasia. So, but you guys said that it hasn't been implemented yet. All right, so I'll keep an eye on this mod in the future, and we'll try to do that. Okay. Anyway, so why did I get? I guess the Lev. I might have been thinking of like some syndicalist dude. So I think we're gonna stop it there today because we're about to go to war with Magadan, and I've got things I've got to do. If I'm super lucky, I might stream again later today, but more probably I just will tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. I hope that I know that Jaden didn't like it, but I hope the rest of you enjoyed that impromptu my shot Hamilton. You know, Hamilton, a little karaoke, but there was just so much rising up that I had to do it. You know. Even though I kind of stumbled a little bit because I forgot some of the words. Anyway, have a great one.